You may have seen some mention of this viral American woman who went to Pakistan, caused a load of mischief, and then refused to leave.
You want to go back to your country?
It's private, but no, I do not. I'm from Pakistan now.
Well, now she's left, but she's now in Dubai, so she still hasn't gone home. But who is she? Why has she become so hilariously viral? Well, despite what you've seen, we've got all the information you need in one handy video right here on Scroll Deep with me, Benedict Townsend, the show that keeps up with internet nonsense and international nonsense, so you don't have to. Move over Emily in Paris. It's all about Onijah in Pakistan. Miss Robinson became a viral sensation after she travelled to Pakistan to try and marry a 19-year-old Pakistani boy. We listen and we don't judge. Well, we judged him a little bit. But then, after the marriage fell through apparently, simply refused to leave, prompting many viral moments.
Right now, I'm going to mind my fucking business. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Clear the way.
Now let's get this out of the way early on. This does seem very likely to be an instance of a person having a mental health crisis. Someone claiming to be her son told a TV station that she suffers from, quote, mental bipolar disorder, and certainly the events that unfolded here do seem to align with someone having some sort of manic episode. So in this video, we're not here to attack her at all, but it's also worth noting that despite all of this, what has happened is very funny and iconic, and largely seems to have resulted in her being treated quite well. So this lady arrived in Pakistan, apparently to marry this guy. That apparently fell through. There's also reports that this marriage was never happening in the first place, that she went to the family's house and there was just no one there. Who knows what's going on with that? But she decided to stay around in Karachi, I believe, and then somehow just started getting all this viral press attention. Within days, she was doing full-on press conferences. I really don't know how. It's quite impressive. We should put her in charge of something.
Listen! You talk too much.
Come here, please come here.
Listen, my plan is to reconstruct this whole country, okay?
What's really interesting is that none of the content, and there's tons of viral content of her, none of it is coming from her. It's not like she's filming it. It's just other people filming her. Like she's a meteor shower or something. People can't get enough of filming her. Pretty quickly in these conferences, she started asking for cash. Why beat around the bush?
I'm asking for 100K or more. I need 20K by this week, okay? In my pockets, in cash, okay? That's a demand to the government.
In another instance, she said she was asking for, quote, 2,000 or more every week, more than $5,000 in USD. I want 20K up front, 5 to 10K to stay here every week, and I want those demands from the government right away.
2,000 or more every week. I demand from the government more than $5,000 in USD. Give me 3,000 a week. I want 20K up front.
Kind of a life hack. I didn't know you could just kind of ask the government for money. If you do it loud enough, maybe they'll do it. I also like the idea that she's like, you're going to have to pay me to stay here. And Pakistan's like, please leave. We will pay you to leave. That is a level of self-confidence that I aspire to, of asking people to pay you to stick around. She is also a quote machine of a almost Trisha Paytas level. At one point, people asked her to sort of elaborate on what exactly was going on, and she said,
it's against my religion to tell y'all my business. It's none of your business. Now go home.
But she then turned her attention to fixing the country, saying, quote, my plan is to reconstruct the whole country. I am asking for $100,000 or more. She's just always asking for cash.
Pakistan is in need of new buses, new cabs, new cars, and clean up these streets. It's ridiculous out here. I do not like it. I need 20K by this week, okay? In my pocket, in cash.
So I like the idea that the number one way to fix up the streets is to give me the money first. Get that money in my pocket, and then the streets will be fine. And there was some slightly bewitched bureaucrat in the Pakistani government who was starting to get cash out. Maybe we should. And they had to be like, no, it's a trick.
Shara Faisal pe jo hai wo nursery staff ke paas aa gayi hai.
I hope he's saying the right things, okay? Pakistan needs to be reconstructed the right way. Do you hear me, guys?
Now, after much hubbub and many viral videos, including some very viral trips to McDonald's, one of her press conferences was just her asking for a very specific McDonald's order. And then there's all this footage that cuts to her in McDonald's happily eating it, which is, again, there's manifesting, and then there's whatever she's doing. She's not even mood boarding. She's press conferencing. In 2025, we're press conferencing. In the end, she finally left Pakistan. I think various governments and NGOs conspired together to get her out. They were like, we have to get this woman out. She's so loud and annoying. But now she's apparently popped up in Dubai, indicating that she did not complete her journey home.
If you don't do something, I'm gonna burn your face. I'm dead ass. I'm not playing. I swear to God.
Now, Dubai apparently was on the way home. She had a layover in Dubai, but I think she's laid over a bit too much because she seems to be wandering the streets, taking selfies with people. Reminds me of one of my favorite tweets of all time. You look like you would enjoy Dubai, brackets derogatory. If Dubai has no haters, I'm dead, you know? But what's quite nice is that every step of the way, despite the erratic behavior, it seems like she was treated pretty well by the random citizens. Not that people in Pakistan aren't nice, but like they had no particular reason to tolerate this woman and her extreme demands, but they just seem to have been fascinated by her. She seems to have been treated really well. She got the McDonald's. She didn't get the hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's, you know, all in all, she came away rather unscathed. It's a somewhat wholesome story. Obviously, the element of her catfishing a 19-year-old, not as wholesome, but as we established, that might not have even happened, and also doesn't seem like she's in the best place mentally, so I'm not forgiving that behavior, but, you know, let's pretend that's not part of this story. I mean, in their text exchanges, you know, they're like, we should come visit each other. And not to speculate, but it kind of seems like this 19-year-old was like, oh, sick, I get to go visit the US. And she was like, no, I'll come to your family home in Pakistan. And he was a bit like, oh, man. So, you know, a story of heartbreak on this Valentine's Day. This video's coming out on Valentine's Day, isn't it? A story of love lost. That's why I'm wearing my red shirt for Valentine's Day.
Oh, breaking. Oh. She's been spotted at arrivals in New York.
Oh my God, breaking news. I'm getting a message from the spirit world. Okay, I'm just being told that, I don't know why I did that. I've just been told that she has apparently arrived in arrivals, likely place for her to arrive, in New York City. New York City. So she has finally returned home. It seems that actually was a layover in Dubai, and she has returned to NYC. Now, I'm actually going to NYC next week on an unrelated trip, genuinely, so I'll see if I can track her down. And if I pop up on IG with a new wife and with $200,000 in my pocket, you'll know how that story went. That's crazy. We never get breaking news on this show. Although, of course, this is filming now and this video will come out 24 hours from now, so it will be old news as we specialize in. Okay, we're slightly unbreaking the news because it could also just be a woman who looks like her because she's just been spotted. What do you make of this whole story? Do you think it's wholesome? Do you think it's all a bit unsavory? Have you recently visited Pakistan? Do you think that the streets could use a cleanup? Let me know in the comments down below. And it's time for the secret question for the people who've made it all the way to the end. And seeing as it is St. Valentine's Day, why don't we make it love themed? So, what do you love about the nation of Andorra? Is it its relatively small size? Is it its tax havenness? Is it a tax haven? Probably. Small countries usually are. Tell me your top 16 favourite things about Andorra, and as always, the winner will be
kissed and cuddled.
And happy Valentine's to all the scrollgers out there. Even if you don't have a sweetheart to cuddle up to, you can cuddle up to our content. And you can heart our videos. And isn't that nice? As always, I've been Benedict Townsend. Make sure to follow Scroll Deep on Instagram. And hey, is there anything more tennis than love itself?